by accident.
What's good, y'all? Welcome to another edition of Callouts TV. This your boy John. We about to get into this video reaction, y'all. Don't forget to hit that like button. It's free. It don't cost y'all nothing. The Bronx Burning. RICO's for the drillers. Shout out to Trap Geek. He doesn't need no introduction. He has over 831K subscribers. Y'all know who he is. Like I said, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe.
And it is alarming. He sent me some videos, and it is alarming.
At one time, the Bronx was
And I had no idea what drill rapping was, but I called my son. He sent me some videos, and it is alarming.
At one time, the Bronx was a thriving community.
Mayor Adams said he has no idea what drill music is, that his son alarmed him. His son put him on to the drill music. You know what I mean?
That started to change.
Where y'all niggas at, bro? We out rolling on tonight. Y'all just pissing on myself, goon war. That's why y'all niggas is fucking.
You did somebody who died. His name was Rara.
Yeah. Before he died, 2 days before he died, he said, I'm gonna kill you when I see you. Look how that worked.
These individuals want to get credit for the harm that they're doing.
The gangs are accused of operating out of public housing and often stalk their enemies.
Yo, free K-Flock, man, D-Thing, man. Free all the hitters, man, out them cages, man. They still babies, man. Everybody deserves a second chance, man. You know what I mean? So, for all y'all pro-hate for rap, drill music, and the culture, they babies, man. They could easily turn their life around, but they're going to have to sit down for a little bit, respectfully.
It's in broad daylight.
Where y'all running out building? Where y'all running?
We are allowing music, displaying of guns, violence. We're allowing it to stay on these sites.
Hi, what is up, everybody? We're gonna talk about New York drill, probably one of the wildest scenes in rap, period. 7 years ago, there was a huge explosion with Brooklyn drill, and the feds started doing gang sweeps, taking everybody down one by one.
R.I.P. Pop Smoke, man. R.I.P. to all the fallen soldiers, man.
That's so crazy. You got shootings happening in Times Square involving established rappers.
This week's gunfire in Times Square, police have made an arrest. 20-year-old Kamina Elijah of Brooklyn.
Since 2017, the NYPD has used facial...
It's Eli Frost right there, in case y'all don't know. Shout out to Eli Frost, man. He's a part of the winning circle. He come from that Chef G camp, man. That's like his homeboy and shit. But shout out to him, man. He from Lincoln and Franklin too, in case y'all didn't know. You know what I mean?
Recognition technology, or FRT, in 22,000 cases. Because there's so many cameras in New York, the internet gets their hands on the footage of their favorite rappers involved in shootouts and moving traffic, stabbings, beatings near delis. I mean, some of the songs that were going viral. Every other line was someone smoking on someone's dead ops. Crews would boast about those same crimes and put them in music videos like they were Easter eggs. You had the city's mayor, Eric Adams, coming out in a press conference wanting to Easter egg dead ops. I mean, some of the songs that were going viral. Every other line was someone smoking on someone's dead ops. Crews would boast about those same crimes and put them in music videos like they were Easter eggs. You had the city's mayor, Eric Adams, coming out in a press conference.
He said like if they was Easter eggs, man. They talking about their crimes on their songs like it's Easter eggs.
Conference wanting to ban drill music, even expanding and investing into different departments that tracks everybody's pages online.
Much of that work is done here at the NYPD's Real-Time Crime Center.
They're bragging about what they're doing. Social media has proven to be an invaluable tool.
A few years ago, the Bronx took over. maybe one of the sickest boroughs in the city.
The society in the Bronx is horrible.
Rappers from the Bronx to stop using the music to encourage shootings.
I remember.
Yo, man, that Bronx district attorney, man, she's indicted a lot of drill rappers, man, from the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's high, she's tough on crime. I forgot her name. Y'all know her name, y'all drop it in the comment section, but she's real tough on crime. She not playing, bro. She locking these little niggas up left and right and throwing away the key, man.
Remember in the 90s, kids were throwing fridges off the roofs of the River Park Tower projects in the Bronx. And now the kids from RPT are getting indicted by the dozens on federal racketeering and gang conspiracy charges.
Check Bando out, man, with them pigtails, man. I did a video on Bando, man, about a month ago, man. He was crying about how RBT forgot about him and his hearts don't love him. But bro, you know what you signed up for, man. Y'all niggas didn't learn from the older RBT OGs, like you know what I mean, Face Mob and all them other niggas, man, K-Hound and all them niggas, man. Them niggas should have been put y'all niggas on, man. You know what I mean? Niggas been locking up niggas from RBT, man, since 09, bro, 08, 09, like when this shit really was starting out.
Niggas don't care about me, my heart only been like 3 months, like, niggas really forgot about me already, like.
With the government trying to pin them for everything from murder,
See, I was just talking about Bando crying and complaining about niggas forgot about him and this, that, and the third, man. You know what I'm saying? Niggas only love you when you out here lit. You turning up, you know what I'm saying? You getting niggas high and y'all running trains on 30s and shit like that. You know what I mean? Y'all going on drills. Yeah, niggas love you then. Once you get locked up, man, and you on the island or you up north, man, you on the island, niggas might come see you here and there, but you get up north and all, it's like you on your own, man.
all the way to animal cruelty, talking about one of the most infamous drill voices in the scene, D-Thang, who was talking shit to a pigeon on an Instagram live stream with his boys, then shooting it dead for 100 viewers.
Hey, your little man's right here. Dog, wait. You want to shut up? You gonna pick him up? I can't look.
See, everything in New York was getting done for clout.
Yo, that's crazy how they put the pigeon, they added cruelty to animals. In his case, yeah. Yeah, he's on that paperwork. The pigeon, the dead pigeon, bro. The dead pigeon, man. You know what I'm saying? He being indicted for that too.
Out followers and numbers, with shootings spiking from 200 all the way to 500 last year. It's all young kids, aged 13 and 15, maneuvering the back alleys in the looping hills in the Bronx, using scooters to carry out hits in broad day.
This gang conducted wolf pack-like searches throughout the investigation.
Now, we're getting into all this, but first, check out my song of the day. This is my guy Millie's. Let's go.
I'm trying to send someone to urgent before they make me impatient. I'm busy.
When it comes to citing sources, details matter. Introducing Grammarly's citations features. Instant.
The Bronx to understand this story. Get ready to see wild shit. I mean, you got gangs dressing as Squid Games for Halloween, and it's not to go trick-or-treating. For the last 2 summers, Bronx drill was everywhere. On TikTok, radio stations, you got 3 to 4 sets of different cousins, blood-related, all established rappers, beefing with each other because of block politics.
That's my cousin.
No, both of them are your cousins. Everybody's like, wait, hold up. They cousins, they're going at it, but he's cousins.
Can't wait to see Auntie now. Huh.
Because y'all all family, technically, could you ever see all of y'all reconciling?
Nah, I don't think so.
Wow. The music in the Bronx is super high energy, sometimes too high. Like these kids got ADD or something. The Bronx is the biggest dropout rate in all of New York, and it's becoming a problem. You got kids going to school in rival territories, with different campuses getting metal detectors in them to squash gang shootings.
Daddy! Oh, I came hurt!
This, of course, is the rapper Shy K, with 100 million views on YouTube in 2 years of rapping, coming out of the Cortland Projects in the South Bronx, aka home of extortion.
Hey, yo, check Russell Westbrook Jr. out, man. That little nigga look just like Russell Westbrook, bro.
2009, the Cortland Homes was subject to a police sweeping called Operation Bad Apple, which put down 52 people for racketeering and gang.
His rap style too, comparing Shy K to Russell Westbrook, that could be Russell Westbrook's son, man. No cap. Like, you know how aggressive Russell Westbrook is. You remember Russell Westbrook in his prime, bro? I used to just go coast to coast on niggas and slamming on niggas, volley niggas in the air, bro. Yeah, bro. Shy K, he got that aggressive rap style. Like, he could go somewhere, bro. If he stopped dissing the deads and all that, man, that little nigga, he got talent, bro. He could go somewhere, bro. But he got to stay the fuck out the way, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty much sure his opposition would love to put him on a poster. You get me?
Conspiracy. The NYPD even went on to build a police building right across the street from the projects called PSA 7, even though a precinct and a Bronx Borough court are literally a few blocks away. Portland's home to popular rappers like B-Love and Shaike. Shah, who's known for having a deep-ass voice that doesn't really match his face, went to the rival school in Mott Haven campus, just 9 minutes away from him.
Say he got a deep-ass voice that don't even match his face.
His hood, where he would bug out towards any kid that repped the rival gang, the YGs. He was making posts talking about YG killer, even hopping on Instagram lives at 12 years old, saying directly to a YG kid named Wulati that he was gonna spare him.
What's up, Via Wulati? Huh? Yo, what's up, Via Wulati?
R.I.P. to Wulati. I don't know that kid, but I know a lot of these young niggas like Shy K, you know what I'm saying, Wulati's ops, they used to put his name in a lot of songs, man. I think the kid was from Sugar Hill. He's from Harlem or something like that. You know what I mean? Correct me if I'm wrong.
I know. I'm not gonna jump you. I'm gonna jump nuts.
5 years.
The nigga he remind me of a little young Jeezy Moolah nigga, little young fly nigga, you know what I'm saying? I know how to rap.
Later, Wulati would get murdered. See, the Young Gunners, or the YGs, is an infamous Bronx-made gang which started in 2003 in the Mott Haven houses, the Patterson houses, just 10 minutes away from Cortland. Two detention centers in the Bronx, Horizons and Crossroads, are breeding grounds for gang recruitment. And the YGs were formed to combat the overwhelming numbers of Bloods in adult jails like Rikers Island. At one point, the YGs had dozens and dozens of different sets, all banging under its umbrella, with all sorts of different hoods spread out throughout the Bronx, forcing other blocks around them to create their own gangs in response to combat the YGs. You can even see this in the classic South Bronx joint, Shot Caller from French Montana. In the video, French is surrounded by YGs, and here you can see the leader, Jouhef, who was killed a few years later at Club Tropicana, beaten on the head with the glass base of a hookah pipe. And when the glass shattered, his ops used a metal rod inside the hookah to continue pounding his head, leaving Jouhef drenched in blood. He died in a coma a week later.
Damn.
The youngsters who oppose YGs often cite this event to antagonize them. YGs were notorious for violence themselves. Locals remember a horrific event that took place on April 16th of 2012, when a gang of YGs were drinking liquor on a hazy night, discussing who was the toughest in the crew. This crew of YGs made a 7-minute walk and stormed their rivals on Cortland Ave to see what they could catch. The Cortland buildings were empty, except for one kid, a 16-year-old named Noah Bala.
I ain't gonna front, man. The Bronx got a lot of project buildings like Brooklyn and Queens, man.
AKA Moses, was alone walking. Probably weighed about 90 pounds soaking wet. The YGs chased him, kicked him to the ground, and stomped him to death. Kids from the Cortland projects hold Noah's name in high regard. B-Love, whose hit song, If You Know You Know, got 16 million views when it was released 2 years ago. He actually confronted the brother of a YG's member that killed Noah outside in front of the Metro Court, as this guy was waiting to be tried for a different murder of another Cortland youth named Yellow.
Come across the street. I can't even score with it. Nah, last time you throw that up one more time. What the fuck you talking about? What you talking about? Come across the street.
The Bronx is so crazy. Dudes will get out.
You could tell son is a killer, boy. He ain't even saying too much, you know what I'm saying?
Active in the courts, outside the courts, in front of police. They don't care.
Come here,
that shit, bro. Babies outside, you know what I'm saying? Parents outside with their kids on a nice summer day, bro. Look at all this shit, bro.
Now, Noah's death is brought up in dozens of drill songs, all
nigga talking about I'm coming to Cortland tonight, like
to disrespect him in the Cortland projects. Notorious YG rapper D-Thang out of the River Park Towers, a YG stronghold in the West Bronx, made the song Wedgie Man This, Wedgie Man That. In it, D-Thang has a cold-blooded line talking about the beating of Noah.
Just watch how we spike a fidget. Every catch I be going like that, bitch. So Johnny fall back, I'ma clip him.
That song is riddled with disses. The title itself sounds funny. Wedgie Man This, Wedgie Man That. It's a direct shot at Shy EK, the rapper from Cortland, who was caught on camera.
D-Thang looking like the young Kobe with the nappy blowout fro.
Getting a wedgie.
Drag him! Yo! Do you like my new song?
Wedgie Man this, Wedgie Man that.
Oh, that's crazy, bro. They wedgied you. Girl, you let them wedgie you up like that, man. That's crazy.
Now D-Thang's home, RPT, the River Park Towers, alias the Death Towers, encompasses two 44-floor buildings and two 38-story buildings standing over the Harlem River. 8 years ago, the feds took down 20 of their top guys, wiping out the leaders, hiring security guards, and installing cameras to stop people from dealing drugs right outside. Then, the kids took over.
One way in, one way out. So this my brother for life, forever.
They continued drug dealing, robbing. The feds were actually finding illegal weapons in the music videos, then tying them to shootings.
You got shot, is that true? Yeah, we know. Where my mother we know.
New York has always had very strict gun laws. People wanted to know how these kids were getting their hands on weapons. Ghost guns, these untraceable firearms made from parts you can purchase online. It's been wrecking havoc in the city.
If you're a child, if you're a convicted felon, you can go online and purchase these parts, get the parts, construct a firearm.
Serial numbers, untraceable, no background check, nothing. That is a problem.
The whole of 2021 was crazy. As the feds were tuning into Instagram lives, you could see stuff like rapper D-Thang with his own cousin, K-Flock, flashing out on each other for a live audience.
Your money, don't do that money.
I don't know if they really cousins or not, man, because D-Thang's grandmother or his mother looked like his grandmother. I did a video reaction to her saying, confirming that K-Flock and D-Thang is not related at all, so I don't know. Even K-Flock's mother said that they're not related. So I don't know.
Like, don't do that, buddy.
If I see Stunner, you know I'm a whack him. Fuck that. No, I'm a clash. Show my energy last time I saw you, Stunner.
K-Flock is literally D-Thang's blood cousin, coming from the famous Little Italy part of Central Bronx, near the 48th precinct. K-Flock's own mom pretended in an interview, not even
R.I.P. to Cheat Watts too, man. Rest up, man. He was another young, talented kid that had a bright future. You feel what I'm saying?
to know who D-Thang was.
Him and D-Thang are cousins.
I don't even know who that thing is. I'm the mom and I'm confirming it. That's nowhere near related to me at all.
His gang DOA or Dead on Arrival.
K-Flock's mom's, man, she looked like she was in the streets a lot when she was younger. It always tells in the face. You gotta look at the face, man. She had a hard life. Like, she had K-Flock when she was like 17, 18. I'm not saying that's the case, but you know what I mean? She looked like that type.
It's the legions of 5 blocks, all of which are surrounded.
She fucked with a lot of criminals. You know what I mean? A lot of niggas that was in the streets busting their gun in and out of jail, shit like that. So this is what young K-Flock was subject to as a youth coming up, man, in the Bronx.
Founded by YGs and Drillies, a vicious gang of bloods that also oppose K-Flock and his gang DOA.
Oh, son, Flocka, come play. Come play today. You always played on the internet. I want you to come play today.
Now, because the fans knew K-Flock is a crash-out specialist who would film his gang endeavors all for social media, this resulted in all his music.
You say K-Flock was a crash-out specialist.
Getting more and more views.
Let me tell y'all what he did, bro. This is gonna call me to a mention party full of hot. Yo, I was there. We was in there, but who was there? I was in there. Where the room go?
Now, this would make his rivals upset and jealous. K-Flock would bring them into Instagram Live just to argue with them.
Bro, y'all both scariness. I was following y'all. You never did nice to me though. Really, this never did nice to me.
That kid he was talking shit to is Rajiz, a YG member from the 800 block, literally a 15-minute walk away from K-Flock's hood. 2 weeks after they had that argument on Live, this YG kid Rajiz would preview a track called Real Facts, where he was going after K-Flock.
Hey yo, can I let you the facts? Anytime I get you out through the backseat, blew you and kill you ain't smoking on Mac.
While this was going on, the feds were catching these same YG kids on surveillance cameras, carjacking Toyota Camrys, Mercedes Benzes, even robbing someone at gunpoint. A month later, on July 11th, those same YG goons were hunting in DOA territory, K-Flock's neighborhood. They only had to drive 6 minutes before stumbling upon a 13-year-old kid named J. Rip, who looked up to K-Flock with huge admiration. One kid hopped out of a black Honda Accord that had 3 orange racing stripes on its hood. The kid aimed his pistol, unloading into J. Rip, who stumbled into this cafe, Angels, bled out and died.
Yeah, I remember this, man. It was all over the news and shit. That shit was heartbreaking, man. But you live by the gun, you die by the gun. A lot of these youth, man, they coming up. They don't got no father. Their father's dead or in prison. You feel me? So they raised in a single mother household. A female, she can't teach a boy how to be a man. You feel me? That's a man's job.
In front of customers. The same cafe, Angels, where K-Flock and Shaike were hanging out on a live stream a few months ago, right across the street from K-Flock's apartment.
Word to the God. Don't slide. Don't try to do some stupid shit.
Word of J-Rip's murder got out quickly that day. The kid Rajiz, who was on Live with Flock a few months prior, was now on social media mocking J-Rip's death. 7 hours later, Jay's friends went off to retaliate. They found Rajiz in a private Uber on the phone. 2 shooters on a scooter pulled up next to him, opened
lacking. Rest in peace to that man, but he was lacking, man.
Fire through the window, hitting him in the head and torso, killing Ra instantly. And all this happened in Mount Hope, a mile out from J-Rip's murder scene earlier that day. Ra's family learned about his death from a friend who was on the phone with him at the moment he was killed. Revenge does not heal losing loved ones, but Flock's fame was exponentially growing.
Yeah, Raji's mom's, man, she was all on the news. His family members, they were saying how much of a good kid he was and this, that, and the third, but they really don't know what type of timing their kids be on when they leave the house. You know what I'm saying? Like Raji's, he was a little young demon. You know what I mean?
He got an offer for his very first show, upstate in Poughkeepsie, 2 hours out of New York City, where locals targeted him right away. 5 people were found shot, 1 stabbed, right outside the club Revel 32, as security at the venue scrambled, turning his tour bus into a makeshift ambulance, transporting victims to the hospital. The tour bus got shot up as well, because the people that were doing the shooting thought the K-Flock was inside it.
Most of these victims were occupants of a private bus that had been identified as being in multiple locations here in the city of Poughkeepsie.
But he managed to escape unharmed. The next day, K-Flock would pop out at Rolling Loud, New York for a surprise performance.
With the surprise performance, the next stars in New York, K-Flock and B-Love.
But he got into a brawl with another Bronx artist as their entourages clashed, thus banning Flock from the festival for life. And all this beef had just boosted his profile. That same night, he would drop the song Being Honest with G Herbo, which now has 25 million views on YouTube. It was like K-Flock was on top of the world, but he was...
And he not even here to enjoy his success, man. You know what I'm saying? All this pussy, all these fucking thotties out here willing to throw Flock the bonds. You feel me? All these promoters was ready to book him for all these shows and Rolling Loud and all that shit, man. He threw all that shit away, man. You know what I'm saying? Over pride and ego.
Still doing drills. 6 days later, he was in a rental car with his boys, driving to his cousin D-Thang's building, the River Park Towers, spotting an op, shooting them on the Roberto Clemente Bridge. You'd think it would stop there, but no. The next week, undercovers pulled K-Flock over in Yonkers, finding a gun in his sock, which if you know New York laws, carries a 3 to 5 year sentence. The very next day, he was bragging about buying a new gun. You're thinking this might stop, and it will. Getting close to Christmas, on December 16th, 2021, K-Flock walked past the barber shop in Harlem, early in the morning. Had a standoff with this man, pulled a pistol out, and shot him dead. The rapper in the city with the most buzz, caught on surveillance video, wearing designer clothing from head to toe, shooting a rival. And the shoes...
I mean, let's just say allegedly, man. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't been convicted of murder. He's still innocent until proven guilty, man.
He's wearing in surveillance video that day are the same unreleased Jordans he was showing off for social media just a few days before. The craziest part is the guy Flock's booked for killing comes from a set in Harlem that have the same enemies that K-Flock has. Geographically, they have the same rivals. They both beef with YGs and Drillies. Flock began beefing with this set in Harlem called the OIs because one of their rappers, E-Dot Baby, was seen at a party smoking on this.
R.I.P. to E-Dot Baby, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what was going on in your life, man. You know what I'm saying? But I wish your parents would have found out and got you some help, some counseling, because mental health is real. You know what I mean? This young kid, he had talent. He ended up taking his own life, man. Then you got dudes mocking his death and shit. Like, that's fucked up.
Instagram Live with some YGs.
Yo, this shit, why do this shit got 300 views?
So Flock turned on, gathered his posse, and made one of the coldest Bronx drill songs yet, called Brotherly Love, riddled with disses towards this Harlem set, the OIs.
Niggas talking fuck he wanna do. Chill with them op niggas, whatever they thought, I'm dropping it too.
Shy E.K., the rapper from Cortland, would side with E-Dot Baby. So in turn, he would start beefing with Flock, and Flock would start beefing with him. Both of them releasing diss tracks, with Flock saying he was smoking on Shy E.K.'s dead father.
Free Flock. Well, y'all niggas music's doing bad now. Y'all need it, but free it, cause you know what we'll do. You gonna be the fifth dad away member.
Interestingly, just minutes before Flock pulled the trigger at that barber shop, killing the man, he had logged onto FaceTime to talk directly to his rivals, brandishing his gun. And he was filming at the exact same stoops where E-Dot Baby, the rapper from Harlem, had filmed a music video 1 year prior called Ready for War. Slowly, one by one, the Bronx was following the Brooklyn scene, with all their rappers getting wiped out by police indictments. 5 months later, the Drillies would get taken down in a massive RICO case, booking 20 people for murder, conspiracy, racketeering, and gang activity. Not even a month later, D-Thang, along with 22 of his guys from RPT, would get swept up as well. Then if you thought the scene wasn't toxic enough, 6 months later, the young rapper from Harlem, E-Dot Baby, would commit suicide, which has fans still wondering to this day why that happened. Fast forward to this year, February 2023, and K-Flock, who was already sitting in prison for murder, would be one of 7 DOA members named in a federal indictment spanning from 2017 all the way to 2023. This is the New York drill scene in a nutshell. Every few years, a scene pops off from one of the boroughs, rappers make a huge wave, and then it all comes crashing down. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
That's a fact, man. Every few years, man, you got these drill rappers from the boroughs. They come out, they get hot, and then they all get wrapped up in these gang indictments, man. Shit is sad. But y'all get in the comment section. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. It's your boy Callouts. See if you don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We got more content on the way.
You know I'm tucking the eagle, ducking the people. Boy, you in trouble, we see you. I got a clip and they see through. They know I bleed blue. Green on me like I'm Gleeble. Aim at your beanie, no seagull. Bullets flying like an eagle. Pray to God, but my niggas still grimy and evil. Make a movie like it's regal. Money dancing, I make it look easy. Couple bands on me just for the evening. 100 bands by the end of the season. Kill a op, then we playing on defense. Been the block, make it hot like a fever. Sending shots till somebody ain't breathing. Set up shop ever since I've been eating. Put them in a box like an Elio's pizza.